In this video, we're going to combine everything we've learned so far by creating a mini project that integrates an LCD with a DHT11 sensor. The goal is to display temperature and humidity readings from the DHT11 sensor on the LCD. If you need a refresher on any of these concepts, feel free to revisit the previous videos in the series. Our objective is to build an Arduino gadget that reads temperature and humidity from a DHT11 sensor and displays these values on an LCD. This project will help us understand how to read data from sensors and display it on an LCD, making it useful for a variety of applications like weather stations and home automation systems. For this project, you'll need an Arduino Uno board such as the R4 Minimum that comes with the Sun Founder kit, a DHT11 sensor, the I2C 16x2 LCD module that also comes in the Sun Founder kit, a breadboard and several jumper wires. Let's start by wiring our circuit. Start with the DHT11 sensor. Connect the VCC pin of the DHT11 to the 5V pin on the Arduino. And as you can see here, I'm using the red power rail on the breadboard to do this. That's because I'm also going to be using the same rail to power the LCD module in a moment. Continue with ground. Connect the ground pin of the sensor to the ground pin on the Arduino. And again, here I'm using the blue power rail on the breadboard. And finally, connect the data pin of the DHT11 to digital pin 2 on the Arduino. Continue with the LCD and connect the G&D pin on the LCD to ground on the Arduino and VCC on the LCD to 5V on the Arduino. And again, I'm using the breadboard power rails for this. Let's continue with communications. So the SDA pin on the LCD, I'll connect it to analog pin 4 on the Arduino, and SCL on the LCD, I'll connect it to analog pin 5 on the Arduino as well. And you can also use the dedicated pins on the Arduino Uno R4 Minima if you prefer, instead of the analog pins. When you complete the wiring, your circuit should look like this. Now let's write the Arduino code to read the temperature and humidity from the DHT11 sensor and display these on the LCD. So here is the code, and let's go through it line by line. Start by including the necessary libraries and then initialize the LCD and the DHT11 modules. We include the wire, liquid crystal _ I2C, and the DHT libraries, and then define the LCD interface with the I2C address and the DHT11 sensor pin and type. In the setup function, we initialize the LCD, set up the display, and then initialize the DHT11 sensor and start the serial communication. Inside the loop function, we start by waiting for 2 seconds between measurements because remember, this is a relatively slow sensor. Then we read the humidity and temperature from the DHT11 sensor. We check for reading errors and display an error message if needed. And then we display the temperature and humidity on the LCD and optionally print the values to the serial monitor as well. Now let's upload the code to the Arduino to see it in action. As the DHT11 sensor reads the temperature and humidity, these values will be displayed on the LCD. And this project demonstrates how to collect data from a sensor and display it in real time, which is quite important to be able to do in many electronic projects. Unfortunately, the position of the humidity value is not good on the LCD as it gets overwritten by the temperature. So let's edit the code so that the humidity value appears in the second line. First, edit the code in the setup function so that the humidity label appears at the start of the second line. Next, edit the position of the humidity value to appear in the 6th character of the second line. Upload the program again and see how the 2 values now appear on separate lines. That's it for this project. You've successfully created a gadget that reads temperature and humidity from a DHT11 sensor and displays the values on an LCD. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to the channel for more Arduino projects and tutorials. See you in the next video.